This is the part where I just slowly sip my Miller High Life.
I love it. That's a great intro. Hello, Delaware County, and particularly Delco. We've got a great episode for you tonight. We have a jack of all trades who's done everything you can think of
I have.
within Delco, the most Delco way. We're primarily going to focus on his latest adventure of Delco Before Dawn, where he just goes, full street photography and shows how beautiful this town can actually be in the middle of the night, which I have experienced plenty of times as my former life as an alcoholic vampire. But he has done plenty of other things that he'll tell us about. Please welcome Glenn.
Hi, I am Glenn Mutz. I am the guy you just described.
Yeah, where are you from originally?
So I grew up in Briarcliff.
All right. What's the most Delco tattoo you ever seen?
Besides mine?
Yeah, what you got?
I have the county tattooed on my calf.
Love it.
And actually, the way it worked was I got the county tattooed on my calf, only to find out that a guy I've known for years had it tattooed on his chest, and I was like,
oh,
kind of bummed out.
It's a rough one.
Yeah.
But your mention of Briarcliff reminded me of the one that I don't think will ever be beaten. You can go out and get Wawa tattoos, Swiss Farm tattoos.
Yeah.
Anything, whatever. Someone I know got, like, how like barbed wire tribal tattoos go around the arm. Someone got the Briarcliff row home.
Oh,
all the way around.
You're kidding me.
Yeah.
You just got a bunch of Warner West.
Literally, it was just perfect. It was all the is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Briarcliff row homes.
That is the most amazing thing I've ever heard.
It was I stopped worrying about Delco tattoos.
If you can please find that person, have them message me and show me that, I will probably cry.
It was spectacular.
The thing about Briarcliff that I love is it's got an identity crisis because
it's 9 towns at once.
It is firmly ensconced between Upper Darby, Glen Olden, Darby, Collingdale. It's just all.
But it is truly Briarcliff.
It is.
Like, if you showed me a residence in Briarcliff, I could tell you that's fucking Briarcliff.
No, absolutely. Yeah.
Like, if you tell me what zip code is it, I don't know. What school district that one specific building goes to.
But I know.
Don't know.
I know right where the hell I'm at, though.
If you got shanked in, like, the middle of Surrey Avenue.
Yeah, Surrey Lane.
I mean, the police would have to come about 30 minutes through traffic from Darby Township.
Yeah.
To come
find you. Yeah, because nothing usually happens.
But I could tell you the damn house was from Briarcliff. There's only one. Like, there's McMansions, but they're like the McRibshins.
Yeah, they are. Those are like the nice houses. It's just because nobody's attached to them.
Okay, so where are you living right now?
So right now I live in Folsom.
Oh, you moved down the road.
I did. I made a lateral move down McDade.
That's so fancy.
I'll tell you, man. It's real. I've really moved up in the world.
What you go to that area? What you go to cheesesteak in that area?
So I'm pretty lucky. I have Anna's down the street.
Yes, you do.
Mike and Emma's is right there. Fun fact, everybody told me I needed to go to Walt's, which is buried in the neighborhood back there. Walt has since passed, but when I went there, I ordered a cheesesteak and was talking to Walt, charming little store, super cool. And as he's making my steak, he goes to wrap it, and there's a roach that was about an inch long running across the paper he was about to wrap it in. So he flicked the roach off like I didn't see it, and then wrapped the cheesesteak up. And I was so shocked by all this that I just paid for it. I left. I threw the steak out, and I just walked to Mike and Emma's, and I got a steak.
Oh, I was gonna say, did you take out the trash like Al did with an ice cream sandwich once? Sorry, an ice cream cake. Al ate a fudgy the whale ice cream cake out of the trash once.
I've never been more proud of a human being in my life.
I say once, but that's up for dispute. We know it happened at least
once. That's the one we know about.
Yeah. He never said anything about Cookie Puss or any of the other fine carnival flavors and shapes. All right. Folsom's a fun area.
It is.
So you've been doing things in this area for a while. I mean, you're on here to talk about Delco Before Dawn, but you have a couple other ventures you've done. You are still currently a high-end bartender. A flashy one, correct?
I am. I don't know. I can kind of do a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
They taught me how to be a flair bartender, so I can do it.
Flair bartender, that's what I was looking for.
I can throw a lot of bottles around. I can throw a lot of tins around.
So can my dad when he's been drinking.
Yeah, right. Mine ending usually people going like, all right, cool, can I get my beer now? Whereas I'm sure Dad's usually ends up with it. And somebody needs to clean this shit up.
Mine usually ends up with the Lansdowne police bringing their tasers.
I've worked in some high-end spots. I worked at the casino for a long time.
Harris Philadelphia.
Harris, Philadelphia. Yes, the highest end place in all of Delaware.
The fanciest place to see some chariot racing.
Yes, as always with the pinky raised and everything
Yes.
as we do drugs in the bathroom. And then
you go to the bathroom, you just do it on the penny slots?
Oh, it was crazy. You cannot walk in a bathroom in that building without finding half a line of Coke on the toilet.
It's just up for grabs.
It's crazy. It's just always there.
It doesn't have a home.
It's just sitting there.
Homeless.
I mean, you're taking a gamble.
Well, it's a casino.
More so, yeah. I mean, it does kind of work out. But yeah, no. And I currently work.
You might win the fentanyl lottery by accident.
Boy, howdy. Yeah, I've been there for when that's happened a few times.
Oh, shit.
I also work currently at Copley's down on Chai Avenue. So if you're in town on Monday or Wednesday, stop in and I will take care of you as best
Lefty's
as I can.
rival.
Lefty's rival. And let me tell you.
Rival.
Somebody's winning that rivalry.
Rival. You ever go to Clank's down there?
You know what? Clank's isn't there anymore.
I
but
know.
I did have a chance to grab a couple slices before.
Yeah, I loved Clank's when we had the show beforehand and they won like best of Delco pizza, and it enraged Al enough that we decided to do our own bracket. Which for some reason, no offense, double decker won, and we're just like, it's weird.
Yeah,
but
hey, whatever, man.
Al hated Clank's for no reason. He never went there. He hated Clank's because it won and it wasn't named Gaetano's. So Al claims that his hatred of it is why Clank's ended up closing, even though I was giving it $60 a month in the Stromboli fees.
Stromboli fees. I'm sorry, slightly off topic. I would like to mention.
Yeah.
I know a lot gets thrown up about cheesesteaks in Delaware County, food and sandwiches and things like that.
Go ahead.
I would like to say that my favorite cheesesteak is not actually a cheesesteak. It is a cheesesteak stromboli from Sea Cane Pizza, dry with American cheese, and it is the best thing you will ever have. And I don't care what other people say. I just had to get that out.
Al's dying right now.
622-5215. God bless Sea Cane Pizza. They have been around since God knows how long. But
it's like it's.
Oh, did I step on some toes there? I'm sorry.
I have. For the last 5 years, I've gone on a tirade. It's almost like an inside joke now of how much I despise CK Pizza.
Oh, no kidding!
And declare them as poison.
Oh, they're great.
And they even play along with it to an extent, but I'm just like, it's still terrible.
Yeah, you know what? It's one Briarcliff, man. They were the best place around, dude. Yeah. You know, them and Imperial. So
good old Imperial right there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, no, it's like my kryptonite is CK Pizza.
No, I fully.
I'll give rave reviews about any place where it's like CK Pizza. I'm like, Hitler! They are the Hitler of food!
Their fascist ideals.
Their gyro poisoned me.
Jeez.
And then because I'm a good Christian, I turned the other cheek and it gave that cheek diarrhea when I had their chicken tenders. I used their dry ass pizza to fucking sand down some drywall.
I sympathize. Could I ask you for one of those lemonades?
1,000%. One of these?
Yeah, please. Thank you.
Sea Isle spiked iced tea.
Sorry, I didn't know there was beef in the
air. No, it's fine. So. I actually do still love their product.
You know what? I'll give it a shot and I'll tell you how I feel.
Oh, you never had it? Pretty good. Yeah, I know. I'm not supposed to promote like people who don't sponsor us, but
here we are.
Hunt's has those for like dirt cheap, and they're a good way to go. They're good with the wings that they have there.
Yeah.
Not as good as 24 East Sellers Avenue, Dolan's Bar. You know,
absolutely
the greatest place in the world, and perpetually the greatest place to meet a celebrity in Delaware County.
And if you like rockabilly and old school rock and roll, you can see the Real Goins there once every.
The Real Johns.
No, the Real Goins. The Real Johns.
Oh, okay. We've got one of their employees' bands is playing at Delco today. Berserker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Nick McGrath's project.
Fantastic.
But you worked at Harris, Philadelphia
for about a dozen years.
Was a bartender only?
I was bar back for a little while.
Bar back, okay, and then worked your way up.
That was fun.
That is not the only job I've seen you have there. No. We were graciously invited to a minor league professional wrestling event there. Mm-hmm. Me and Al, diehard wrestling fans.
That's
me,
true.
like way too nerdy of a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
Number one, great league, thoroughly entertaining, great athletes. Fucking put on some good stories, some good shows. Everyone was fun, interactive. You were the ring announcer.
I had a blast. It's hard for me to say no when somebody asks me to do something. So a friend of mine said, like, I'm starting a Fed. And I was like, all right, that sounds great, man. What do you need? And he was like, I need an announcer. I was like, you want me to find you one? He's like, do you want to be it? And I was like, yeah, I do.
Love it.
And so we did a few shows at Lighthouse Hall.
Where's that?
Over in Eddystone.
I should know that.
And
it's like Sayre or like...
it's right. Oh God, I can't remember the street name, but it's
Simpsonish.
Yeah, there you go.
If you go out of the you know where the you go to the end of where the Walmart is and there's Rita's, that street right there.
Simpson.
I think it's Simpson. You make a left and go all the way back.
Yep. I've been there. Right okay. Yep. It's the St. Tommy Moore place.
Yeah, it's right near there.
Oh, okay.
There. Right down the hall.
Right.
Right there, right down the street. So they were a lot of fun. And then we started booking it the Showboat in Atlantic City, and I did a couple of shows there, and then we decided to
close, right?
And then he decided, so they're actually open. They don't have a casino anymore, but
the House of Blues is not there anymore.
No, it's not, unfortunately. Dan Aykroyd let it go.
That was one of my favorite venues of all time.
It was really cool. So we did a couple of shows in Atlantic City. We opened up for like Game Changer Wrestling and stuff like that, and then he started booking at Harrah's in Chester.
Yeah.
And for me, it was pretty rad because I had recently been let go of my employment there.
And
so I got to stand there and get bring all
this
this
good story arc
myself. And it was my redemption after not working there any longer. And so we had brought in like Carlito.
Yeah, he spit an apple on us.
Yeah, which is pretty rad.
Cool.
I did that bit with Gangrel, and dude, I'm not gonna lie. So he comes up, and I go, from Santa Cruz, California, this is Jay. And as soon as I hit growl, he spits the blood everywhere.
Yeah.
And the goosebumps, like the whole bit. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun.
He let me drink a Miller Lite out of his goblet. I think that was amazing.
That's fucking pretty rad.
I didn't know that. I mean, I just know him from the Attitude Era of wrestling.
Yeah.
But, when we were talking to him afterwards, I did not expect, because I had not seen the Dark Side of the Ring with him. And I didn't expect him to be literally like Keanu Reeves out of Point Break, fucking surfer California guy.
He is.
I was like, I wonder how this vampire talks. He's like, oh, y'all, stars up, bro.
Like,
yeah, remember me from the 90s? Y'all be at the Red Lantern soon, dude. Come on by. Y'all, hang 10, bro.
It's so funny. He is, and he's such a nice guy. They're all really nice 100%. Guys. And that's the funny thing is you meet these guys like. So what's really funny is AEW right now, Wheeler Yuta is like he's constantly in competition for the belts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He was the very first guy I announced in Eddystone on a dark match that didn't even make it onto the DVD, I don't think.
Damn.
And I was like, and all of a sudden I'm looking up and I'm like, what? Who?
Get
the hell out of here. Yo, that was the first guy. So here I am in Copley's. Right? Yeah. People are smoking, not paying attention to shit. And I'm like, that guy, I announced that he was the first match I ever announced.
My voice cherry.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's crazy. It's a lot of fun.
So yeah, dude, that was a cool event. They're doing that again sometime soon, right?
I'm hoping. I'm really trying to convince. Hopefully this might sway my man Mike into doing some booking because I don't think you like even so Brett, who runs Game Changer. Game Changer is like the third biggest promotion in the country right now. And he said, he was like, listen, this was a few years ago. He's like, you guys have such a great built-in audience down here.
Yeah.
He's like, you guys would crush every show you do. And so I'm hoping this is going to maybe generate a little bit of interest back. Just saying.
Dude, super fucking fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
What is the most, because minor league, I mean, I use minor league just as the phrase to explain it to people.
Indie,
yeah. I mean, they have a lot of creative control over their characters.
Yeah.
What's the most ridiculous name or place someone has been billed from?
Oh, God, I really wish I could remember a lot of them because some of them are so inventive.
Like if I was a wrestler, I would be Glory Holbrook.
Yeah.
And I would be obviously built from the boiler room like my hero Mankind.
Yeah, absolutely. One of my
or built from the men's bathroom.
Yeah, I like the Corn Belt Cowboy.
Yes, I recall him from that.
That was a good one. That was my main Mander, stuff like that. There's always some really good ones. But the funny thing is, what a lot of people don't realize, I have like 30 seconds to get out all of your accolades, to get out everything.
Yeah.
And the whole time they're trying to pose and look cool. Yeah. And I'm over there like, and 4-time TNA Tag Team Champion, 3-time Ring of Honor Intercontinental Champion.
As they're running roast.
And they're standing there in this pose. And I'm like, bud, you wanted me to say all this.
Yeah.
just so you know.
There's songs running out. And they had to hit restart.
Yeah. Meanwhile, like
scroll back with the YouTube ads.
Yeah, Mouth for War by Pantera's played.
Yeah,
it's like all right, like I'm trying, man.
You going to Pantera this year?
Yes, I am.
I'll
going up to see him. Yeah,
I'll see him in Camden. I'll see him in New York.
Yeah, I think I'm going to the Metallica Pantera show in Metal.
I'll be there.
Yeah, I'll be sure to make a few bad decisions.
Oh, fucking! I just drove up to New York to see Muse, and I forgot for some reason, in my mind, growing up, the Meadowlands, where that stadium is and all that. I'm like, it's like halfway to New York.
No,
with this, it's just like turn right. You're right there in Manhattan.
Yeah, it's
or keep going 11 more miles. I'm like,
well, I guess we're just
maybe I should have come up here sober before because I don't know where geography goes. Okay, so that's some of your things, but you're here to discuss Delco Before Dawn.
Yes, you can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook.
And the way we found you is I saw, you listed as a poster, but you're very active in the community pages.
I try.
That's cool. Do you primarily focus on the ones where you took a photo of?
So, yeah, I mean, I try to. There's like one group called Citizens of Delco that I know has like some pretty good outreach.
We know all about that.
Yeah. I barely see any lip bite happening there. Yeah, go ahead.
We own it.
Oh, perfect. That is you guys. I didn't know that.
So that started with our previous show before-ish.
Oh, okay. I was unaware.
We would always get people saying like, "Oh, on your show, on your page, can you promote like our beef and beer? This little thing, Timmy's 13th birthday. Can you do this?" And we're like, "No, but
yeah, that's awesome. I genuinely, I didn't know that. I think it's great.
I always grow up saying like in professional world, it's never no, it's no but.
Yeah, no but. I do have exactly.
No, but here's another community
man
page.
of solutions.
Yes.
Not of excuses.
So yeah, it's a pretty good one. It's well regulated. We don't have much to do with the regulation anymore.
So I had found a few, it's weird. Some of them are moderated rather strictly, which is strange.
Oh, that's an understanding.
Like I remember I had taken some pictures of media and they were pretty cool. Like I had some of the firehouse and stuff like that.
Ooh.
And
media has probably the third most raucous one.
Oh, absolutely. Oh yeah. No, they definitely do. I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
It does get kind of rowdy on there.
Clifton, Ridley recently, and fucking that one media is too
insane. It's like everybody's constantly drunk, and the ones that aren't are like very polarized.
But you went to media. What did you take pictures of media?
So I took a lot of pictures over at the firehouse. I took some pictures of some of the I like a lot of the stuff that's been there for a long time.
Right.
I something as stupid as when you're coming down from by the courthouse right by State Street right there. There's this really cool fire escape, and it looks like it's been there since like the dawn of time, but it's just so neat.
And you probably caught eyes with it, but never thought anything of it.
And it's one of those things you look at it every time, but it's like you don't realize how cool that actually is. Somebody actually sat there. They welded every piece of that together. They bent every piece of that metal. They did this. They did that. There was pride in that. Every time that guy drove by that with his family, he was like, "I put that there. I built that. I did this." It's really cool to me.
It is cool, yeah. Delaware County's, except for your Briarcliffs, where every house is exactly the same.
Absolutely, yeah.
The architecture is pretty diverse in most towns. Like you're even saying, State Street, you got a high end fire escape, and then Trader Joe's used to be a giant bank.
Yeah, I know. And it's things like that goofy little spot over in Springfield, right over by the Sleepy Hollow Deli. There's a whole bunch of these old like Tudor style homes.
Yeah,
like they came out of like 1300s England and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but I like finding a lot of that stuff, and I like finding a lot of stuff that I don't know, people kind of gloss over and forget about. Like for instance, I'll never forget this. It was about 2:30 in the morning, and I'm laying down on Main Street in Darby, taking a picture of BVM because it's this gigantic. It's huge. Beautiful,
it is
beautiful building.
Yeah,
and to try and encompass this now, I don't have like. Just a quick preface. So I bought a camera over COVID because I got bored.
Nikon or Canon?
Neither. It is a Samsung NX300. I got it for $200.
Well, that's actually great.
Yeah, it was actually great. So I love the stupid thing. I don't have a lot of lenses. It's really hard to try and get a lot of the shots that I need because it doesn't have a great,
not super wide angle. Yeah,
right. Exactly. So I'm literally laying down on the pavement in Darby, taking a picture of BVM, and I'm like, yo, man, this looks awesome. And like, you think about it, that building's been there for so long, and now it's like only like the most diehard people still go back there.
Right.
Who do you know that goes to church at BVM every Sunday? Like, I don't know.
And I grew up like right around there.
Right.
I don't know. Because the problem is it's oversaturated with churches right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Holy Cross is 2 blocks away.
Yep.
St. Phil, St. Charles is not even a quarter of a mile, or maybe like a mile and a half.
I guess some really good pictures of Holy Cross. And and then besides that, like I don't know, I feel like a lot of things.
I didn't mean Holy Cross, I meant Holy Spirit.
Oh, Holy Spirit.
My bad. Yeah, the Sharon Hill one.
But also like I recently just did a big shoot around Darby. I went over where Bennett.
Oh, a lot of people have done a lot of shootings around Darby.
Yeah, no, mine was with a camera.
There's usually aren't until the crime scene investigator shows up.
Yeah, weirdly enough, it was interesting. So my band used to have a practice space at like 69th, where like Garrett kind of runs into 69th right there, where the speakeasy used to be.
Oh yeah! Oh my god, I grew up there. Yeah.
So we had a
good old
practice
speakeasy,
space.
man.
Yeah, we had a practice space right across the street on the 2nd floor. It's now a church. And I was just there taking pictures, and it's like,
is it a church for a specific nationality?
It is the Antioch something or other church. It's very, very interesting to look at.
Right next to the Brownies.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
right down the street from Brownies.
I used to park there.
Yep,
and go down to the 69th Street. Yeah,
yeah. So I went there just to like see what the neighborhood looked like and take some pictures, and I thought it was great. And I'm standing there and I'm taking pictures of the municipal building that's right there because it looks like something out of Batman. It's such a cool building.
Oh, the Upper Darby one?
Yeah.
Oh my god, absolutely.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I'm standing there and I'm taking pictures. And as I'm standing there,
is that where the mayor's office is? No one will tell me because they don't.
Yeah, they don't want you to know. Yeah.
I
think it is. If it's
it
not,
makes
it's not.
Sense. So it's not. I could tell you from firsthand experience. It's not in the police station.
No.
But I haven't been in the municipal building in a while, or at least upstairs.
Hey, hold on. Because all I can picture is you.
In jail, it happens.
Oh no! Well, I mean, kind of like propelled by like a half a case of Miller Lite.
Yes.
And just going right into the municipal building, like I need to speak to the mayor, or into the police station. I need to speak to the mayor. Like you're in the wrong place. I'm really sorry about this. Please leave before we arrest.
Please give me a ride down to the municipal building.
Like, come on, man. I'm obviously not in good shape.
I assume you're going to 69th Street at some point tonight.
Like, you're going to go that way. Yeah. So, but as I'm
set the card on me just in case.
Yeah, as I'm standing there taking pictures, like this one car pulls up behind this other car, there's a bunch of screaming and yelling. I'm like, oh man, someone's gonna get shot.
What on 69th and Locust?
Yeah, like right there,
man.
And I'm like,
that Oasis.
And I'm standing there, and I'm like, I should probably hide behind this car. And I was like, let's see where this goes.
It's beauty in itself, man.
And then, literally, I felt like Jane, I felt like
Jane Goodall,
David Attenborough or something. And I was like, wow, this is really wild. I'm watching this whole thing unfurl, and then all of a sudden, the one guy's like, you know what? Fuck it. Gets back in his car and leaves.
Oh,
and I was like, that's so cool. I saw a near shooting. This is pretty cool.
Oh, so Delco. I love it.
But I've gotten to see quite a few things. Like I love going down to like the old neighborhoods in Chester and seeing a lot of the old architecture down there and taking pictures. And actually, so if you ever go through my my Delco Before Dawn Instagram page, you'll find there's a couple of pictures of me in Chester, and there's one where there's a bunch of broken glass right on the blacktop that I was taking. And as I'm taking it, I hear pop, 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 and I was like,
sometimes you got to get those mufflers fixed.
Guess it's time to get on. It's time to get on out of here. That's a cool picture. All right, well, yeah, it's time for me to leave. Got in my car and just buzzed on out of there.
But that's a cool idea. Like that's a great idea to go into like hardcore Chester, because there's a lot of people who just don't go into Chester.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people like now when you think about it. So there's a lot of people that have moved towards towards Ridley and Springfield. And like that are 2 generations removed from their grandparents grew up in Chester. They grew up in the city of Chester. Yeah. And they grew up in the city of Chester when that port was bigger than Philadelphia's port was. Yeah. Like when you think about it, there was more coming in through Delaware County than there was going through Philadelphia. Like that's huge.
Yeah.
And Eddystone.
You're the William Penn landed in Marcus Hook.
Yeah. So I the way this all started was over COVID. I had gotten really bored and I had to get out of the house. Like I'm not the kind of person who can sit still. So I started going around to like historic landmarkers and taking pictures and stuff like that. One of the places I went to was the over in Penn Street in Chester. They have a park where
he touched down at.
And
do they also have Blackbeard's thing?
You know what? I believe they do over in Marcus.
That's Marcus Hook.
Yeah. That's Marcus Hook.
That's why we call them the Pirates. That has nothing to do with the teeth and the eye.
No. That's just
we call them the Pirates because Blackbeard went there at some point.
Yeah, no, that's incidental.
We like to call that a happy accident.
Yeah, right. Yeah, just funny how that kind of thing happens. But yeah, I've actually taken a lot of cool pictures over in Marcus Hook too, between Braskem and like the refineries and stuff like that.
So yeah, you can probably, with the right lighting and shit, make like the smog from the refinery actually be kind of beautiful in an industrial way.
It actually did come out pretty well,
almost steampunkish or something.
Yeah, right. It's kind of cool. It's like it's kind of like what's that one movie, Eraserhead, but pretty, you know.
I'm gonna have to take your word for it. I never actually saw it.
No, you're better off. Okay. I watched it. I watched it at 3 a.m. stoned out of my skull, and I was like, I'm mildly unimpressed, and I have to pee really bad. Those are my 2 impressions.
It was the John Lynch. Was it John Lynch?
David Lynch.
David Lynch.
David Lynch.
I actually have fucking seen it now. I think about it.
And he said that he used North Philly as his biggest inspiration for that movie.
North Philly back in the day.
Yes, during the 70s, I think.
Rocky's from North Philly.
He is, and that man can sprint for like
9,000 miles in his one montage
for like 17 whole neighborhoods.
Yep. Especially because it's like leaving Kensington. All of a sudden, I'm in 69th Street.
I recently found out I can sprint 60 feet.
Oh, softball
without hurting myself. No. Incidental. Feared.
Somebody showing off.
Yeah. I feared for my life, and so I ran for.
And I ran 60 feet.
I ran 60 feet. I figured it was a wide enough berth, and then I lit a cigarette so I could breathe better.
So when's your normal filming schedule for Delco Before Dawn?
It depends. I try to get out every couple of weeks at least and go take like a couple dozen pictures. I was just up on the main line not long ago, and then that led to me driving around Darby and Upper Darby, and then you
just got there and you're like, fuck Rimlaw.
I was like, it's too nice.
I want real people.
Too nice. I need no.
They're trying to make their beauty.
Yeah,
Darby has this natural beauty.
This natural beauty about itself. Yeah, like
But like what time of night do you like film this stuff?
Anywhere from like 11 until 3.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, these pictures are like desolate. Like, there's no one else.
Yeah, it's crazy. So actually, one of the very first pictures I ever took for the website or for the Instagram, whatever it was right over where in Ridley, where they demolished all those old stores, that strip of like brick stores that was there, where Meximac used to be, and Widmer's and stuff like that. And so, I was taking a picture, and I was down, looking at it, and a policewoman was driving by, and she was just, you could like the speed she was going, passing me, you could tell she was curious what the hell was going on, because I'm like laying down trying to get the shot, and it's like a wine bottle that's like in the focus in the.
Were you just sitting there like, no Narcan, no Narcan?
Yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, right. And so she passed by, she said, sir. And I just popped those. Like,
you're under arrest for no good reason.
Hi, don't worry about me. I'm just taking pictures. I know. And she was like, okay. Thank you. You know, it is funny. Like it is funny how you kind of you run into people that are curious because they'll come up and I'm just taking a picture of like something rather static looking.
They probably thought that you had too much at the Ridley house.
Yeah, probably just didn't quite make it all the way home. That 6-block journey of mine. Yeah.
What's your favorite place you've gone so far?
So I like a lot of them for a lot of different reasons. One of my favorite ones though was the Lazaretto building in Lexington.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's so big. It is such a massive structure. And when you learn about the history of it, it's really wild to think about.
It's completely fucked up. We actually, this was a Delco Jeopardy answer.
Yeah.
It was, why do they call it Lazaretto? Because that was the name of the island when they sent all the Native Americans they gave smallpox to.
Yes, and where they had to quarantine them to let them get it out or die. And when you're standing out
there,
why
would you name it that? It basically like going like not even like trying to be offensive. It'd be like going in the middle of Chester and be like, "This is the plantation." Let me tell you, this is terrible. Let me tell you why we named it that.
Yeah, right. Now hold on before you get mad.
Yeah.
But there's this there's this like peace out there. It's really weird. And so you walk out there, and all you can hear is like the waves of the river just lapping against the shore, and you're taking these pictures, and you're like, man, it's really cool. Like you know, we all bust on like where we're from. Like we all talk shit about Delaware County. Like we talk about it like it's like a shared trauma. Like we've all lived here, so we all get
That's
it.
That's a great fucking phrase.
And so that's kind of the big joke amongst all of us. But like the thing is, like there's an actual like real piece of like beautiful architecture.
There's
And the other one was just recently, actually. I went down by the Philadelphia Union Stadium.
Oh, near the contaminated place?
Yeah, I went to the Powerhouse.
Okay,
which actually they've turned into like this beautiful, like gorgeous office building. And when you see it, right, like, you know how when you're walking in the city, things are so big everywhere that it doesn't phase you?
Yeah.
Right. This is an absolutely massive. Like, if you stand in the center of it at the doorway and you look to your right and you look to your left, all you see is that building. It's fucking gigantic.
Can I recommend your next stop?
Yeah.
Because it's inspired me.
Please.
The Penn Terminal's down there.
Yeah, no, I would absolutely.
Because I was thinking about large buildings. I'm like, that's a massive building.
I've actually been down there. I went to take pictures of the old lighthouse hall that's down there where they rent out. And it's really difficult to get pictures of that. So if anybody knows anybody that can get me in that gate to let me take some pictures, I would love that.
We might probably reach out.
Yeah, if you know what I mean? If you can get a little pull.
When you were at the Lazaretto.
That's all we can do.
Yeah, thank you.
Because fun fact, Delco Day 1, we had actually went to the Lazaretto to see if they wanted to host a
That would have been really cool.
How many
random
feral cats were out back?
Weirdly enough, not many.
Oh, no, they drowned, Al.
Yeah, it was cold.
They died.
Yeah. No,
we had about 35.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was cool.
My sister got married back there, and we were doing the pictures in front of the old building.
Yeah.
And you like, they had like a person like running around like chasing the cats.
No,
they had a cat wrangler.
Get
behind the building, cat.
Yeah.
And at one point they just gave up, and they're like, well, just to let you know, like you can host your event, but it's kind of the cat's
yard.
Look,
there's just kind of all these fucking cats.
If you're okay with cat urine and smell, you'll be fine.
It's fine. Don't go anywhere where it's sandy because they shit there.
Yeah.
One place I could tell you, and it's funny because it's actually a historical part of Delco that people don't think of, but I work there. Is the Baldwin Tower.
Oh, I love it. I have a picture of Baldwin Tower.
Okay, I either get, when people walk in, this looks like the building from Ghostbusters.
Yeah, it does.
Or this looks like an insane asylum.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, it's crazy.
Go
ahead.
I'm sorry. So what I love about that area, right? So check this out. So during World War One,
the explosion?
No, not the explosion. The other thing. So
that was also a Delco
that was that one wasn't good. But during World War One, what happened was England did not have the manpower to produce all the rifles that they needed for the war. So they reached out. So they reached out to Baldwin Locomotives. Baldwin Locomotives had all the steel, had everything. So they started producing the 30-06s for them. So what this became known as was the Eddystone Enfield, and I actually have one. And it's a super cool 30-06, holds 5, pop, big kick in the shoulder. I love
Take that, Kaiser.
My God. Up yours, Wilhelm.
Yeah.
So, and then Remington ended up buying out the contract. And so Baldwin Locomotives during that time was producing rifles for the war. And so I love that area. I think it's so cool. And I really wish that, I mean, I know I was young when it went down, but I wish I could have taken some pictures of that whole train yard. Because
I'll tell you right now, come in the building. You can go in.
Yeah.
If you go in the middle, where the elevators are at, there's a big picture of what it looked overhead with all the train yards.
Yep, with
with Walmart and all those that because Eddystone is literally a town built for Baldwin Tower employees.
Yep, it
was Baldwin employees.
So my mom was a manager at the bank that used to be on 10th and Seville, and so I ended up knowing a lot more about that area than I ever planned to. But I loved it down there because I would help her out. Like she would do a lot of charitable stuff down there, and I would help her out on certain days. And but yeah, it's such a cool area because I just remember all those like gigantic green and yellow buildings. They're huge.
Yeah.
And it's like all those things are so cool. And it's like, as industry tends to go away from this area, I think we lose some of our roots. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know about you guys, but like, my grandfather was he fought in the war.
Mm-hmm.
He came back with his GI money. He moved out of Southwest Philly. He moved to Delaware County for a better life. You know what I mean? It's like all of us have this blue collar blood in us. And we're slowly losing a lot.
We did like a fake 23andMe episode where we did everyone's like Delco genealogy.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
And you'd be shocked. It's like how Delco thinks they're all Irish. I'm like, you're actually mostly South Philly.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's funny how it works. It was like. So I look at a lot of my family.
Half South Philly, half Glen Olden.
I look at a lot of my family. A lot of my family where a lot of my cousins were in Kensington. A lot of my cousins were in Fairmount. My family, like direct family, came out of Southwest Philly.
So are you a Delco dreamer? Because that's another phrase that came out of the whole thing.
Yeah, you know what? I am because because here I am at almost 41, and I'm like, I can still fucking be famous, bud.
Oh no, I mean like
Yeah.
the phrase about like the anchor baby kind of
Oh,
situation.
okay, yeah,
Where, like
yeah.
the first generations.
Yeah,
I'm like, were you
yeah.
first generation born in Delco?
I was second. I
Oh,
was second.
I'm a
So
Delco dreamer. I literally mentally felt like Ted Cruz of Delco.
yeah, okay.
I was like, I'm the American dream. I was born in Delco.
Yeah, you know what though? Like I said, we talk a lot of shit, but you know what, man? It's like I've been in a lot of parts of PA. I've been up near just recently. Oh my god, I felt so bad.
Lincoln County,
No, we went up to Pottstown.
Butler County. Oh god.
So we went up to Pottstown to go see a friend of mine who has a podcast up there, and
It's about weed called Pottstown. Pottstown. It should be.
If only
It's called Pottstown Live.
Yeah. as soon as you smoke it, you're just filled with regret and hatred.
Butco Live.
So we went up there, and it was like the little main strip was really nice, but then was like there was only one hotel.
And then you're like
anywhere.
Pittsburgh, Philadelphia,
right? It was like I stayed in this hotel. It was the gnarliest hotel I've ever been
really in Pottstown.
It was so bad. It was just outside in Jeffersonville, and we stayed there. And my poor girlfriend, I was like, "Babe, I'm sorry. I don't know how many people have been murdered in here, but there's a lot of stains."
I'm adding one more. I'm adding one more to the list.
But you're next.
Yeah,
right.
Your voice told me you're next.
Yeah, right.
This is where they turned me to burn it all down.
Yeah.
But when I went to go see Corey Feldman, the cross-dresser that opened up for him actually made mention of the Jeffersonville Econo Lodge that I stayed in, and so we had that in common.
The funny
sentence.
The funny thing that is
What a sentence.
the best part about it is that's the third time.
Well, I saw Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
The cross-dresser that opened for him told me about my murder
It
hotel.
opened for Corey Feldman, no less.
Welcome to the murder house.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, man.
One of my favorite places, I don't know if it's basically the same thing as Marcus Hill to an extent. Never let them hear it when they get the internet in 30 years. But I do love like that derelict area of like Trainer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like I for some reason.
Did you hear that? Trainer was like, wait, we moved up. We're derelict now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear some weird whistles from
Using
the
them
woods
fancy words about us, yeah, man.
I don't know what derelict means, but I don't like it.
Like I just like I have to run checks down there every so often. Like I do love like getting off at the stadium.
Yeah.
And you get down.
Did your drug dealer take checks?
Like now I'd have more energy if I bought Trainer drugs.
Yeah.
I would have Delco Day would have had.
He heard Trainer. He thought he had to go
Delco Day would have raised $120,000 already, and I would have pocketed 85 of it.
And he would have
going,
and he would have sweat 85 pounds off.
Yeah.
Now.
Does this look like a man who does Trainer meth? I am not on any South Delco uppers right now.
Good old fashioned Trainer.
Late 2019, though, other story. That weight loss contest was serious. No, but like I'd love getting off at like the Chester exit and you make a left and it's just like wow, it's eerie in a kind of weird, beautiful way.
It's the kind of thing that you see a lot of times in that kind of when they do things about the Rust Belt.
Yes.
And it's like it just shows you we're not that far removed from that. I mean, once you pull the industry out of town, you see what happens.
It's like Detroit it's like diet Detroit.
Yes.
But it's also like no offense to that area. I actually like have looked at purchasing houses down there because I like the location of it.
Yeah.
But it's like post-apocalyptic.
It's crazy.
It's like everything you'd watch the fucking Walking Dead for, but without
so it's
zombies.
like the Kmart in Clifton before they knocked it down and built something.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
We actually filmed during the pandemic. Delco,
the Walking Delco.
The Walking Delco.
Like
and
we
went
back an hour, go out for a walk.
Yeah,
yeah.
We went back there and filmed it.
But that area back there though, like, did you watch Mayor of Easttown?
I did not. I don't watch anything.
It's actually pretty decent. Like I know it gets like people are just like, oh, my favorite thing about that whole show is the amount of Delco people coming up to me going, she's making us fucking sound stupid. We don't fucking talk like that.
Yeah, it's like, yo, fucking, it's like they think we all sound like a bunch of fucking dumbasses. None of us actually sound that fucking stupid. It's come on, dude.
We sit there and say home and phone. Give me my phone real quick. I gotta call home.
I went to community college for 6 years. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. All you sound fucking dumb. I'm the smart one that's fucking conversation.
She's English. She didn't even fucking win the war. We're not all like that. I just love the more mad people get about it, the more their Delco accent came out.
Absolutely.
But there's a very epic scene, not giving anything away, but there's a very, very pivotal scene in a weird, it's like a once in a lifetime structure where it is a house that is also a bar combined.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know they filmed it down here, and I was like, I looked it up, and it's there still, and it's like decrepit,
No
and it's
kidding.
falling apart, and just because it had a price, but since they bought it, the uh, production company owns it and is selling it like on Keller Williams like dirt cheap.
No shit.
And I was like, man, if it wasn't for permits and shit, like I would look into
I'm
that.
into that.
But it's just like it's so eerie and
Yeah.
cool, and the
Yeah.
fact that it's like people set up lives right next door to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I do love that. Like I just kind of love that post-apocalyptic
Yeah.
feel.
No, I do too. You know,
He feels at home.
I feel at
there's
home.
apocalyptic.
there's this real. Listen, I mean, like, I've been called weird my entire life. So whatever I say, I just imagine is weird. But
Is that the worst? Because
you know, it's like there's this weird, like, symbiotic thing going on down there where, like,
I like Trainer because it's broken and hasn't done anything good since 1996, like me.
yo, it's like, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
It's like in
whatever.
Avatar. It's Pandora. We're all
Yeah, yeah.
connected.
So, but there's
We're
this
both polluted.
there's this really weird, like, coin flip. Like, within 60 feet, you have this gigantic fucking structure of, like, Kimberly Clark. And then literally 30 feet in front of it is one single row home that's left out of a row.
Love it.
And it's just there.
Yeah.
And it's like, who lives there? That's got to be a weird
I need to know everything. Yeah.
It's got to be weird.
That's why
Like,
I like Delco Before Dawn is
Man.
you actually go out and spend the time to go like see places that we all see and we take granted for it.
Yeah,
Like, or take for granted.
you know, and it's kind of one of those things. It's like, you know, I'm at a pivotal age now where I'm 40, and there's, you know, a lot of the people that, you know, when I was getting to, like, high school and I look down and, you know, those are the young kids in the neighborhood. It's like,
Yeah.
those guys are all 30 now. You know what I mean? It's like, it's one of those things. It's like they all have families and kids and shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, these are all those parts that their kids may not.
I'm gonna
ever
let
see.
Jimmy Walker fucking outlive me.
Yeah, right.
I used to bully him. I gave him a swirly, and you're telling me he's having his third kid?
Yeah, I threw that kid in a fucking crick. You know, it's like, but, like, you know, there's that thing there where it's like, you don't want that kind of thing to be forgotten about.
Oh, dude, 100%.
And it's like, you know, I want people to say it. I want people that live through that. I want older folks to be able to look at it and say, like, yo, you know what? That is something that meant a lot to me. And I can't believe you found that. And it's weird. Like, you know, I get a lot of, I do get a decent amount of engagement from a lot of the community groups that I post on. And a lot of times people say, whoa, I haven't been by there in years. Or that's a blast from the past. I just took a picture of the field house down in Fallcroft.
Love that place.
It was my favorite place for Sunday
Love
Monday.
that place.
Me and my buddy Joe used to go there all the time.
It
We'd have
was-
a blast.
It was weird because not only its location and the fact it is like the fucking field house. My favorite thing about that is that at any given point, it seemed like the most welcoming bar.
Yes.
The doors were always wide
Yep.
open. People were always chilling out front.
Yep.
Would just fucking offer your cigarette on the way in.
Yeah.
Beers were available. You walk in, they'll be like, fucking
Cheap
Miller
shit.
Lite, hun.
Yo, and Mr. Fields would come out with dogs. You know, you pet the dogs, they'd probably piss on the floor.
The
Whatever.
owner's name was Field.
Yeah, Mr.
Oh, it's
Fields.
called the Field House. I never
Yeah.
knew that.
Yeah, and I tried to buy the Miller High Life lamps off of him multiple times.
Oh my god, my favorite.
Wouldn't
I totally get that. My favorite possession is when the Waverly and fucking
yeah.
Drexel closed. They gave me the Lord Chesterfield tap.
No shit. Did
Because I
they
was the
really?
guy who fucking
That's
bought
cool.
like the most Lord
That's pretty
Chesterfield
cool.
of them. Fuck, what was I gonna say? I actually had to go on. Okay, so before we end it, one of my favorite things about what you're doing that will live on forever is that you're capturing Delaware County now.
Yes.
Because like one of your more recent posts was Modell's.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
what it looks like now,
yeah,
and like Modell's closed like 3 years ago,
Yeah.
but it feels like a generation ago.
Yeah.
And
it's
when you
crazy.
go back to like just with us doing graphics all the time or
Yeah.
trying to make jokes about the past, you know how hard it is? Like there aren't pictures of like what the bazaar was,
Mhm.
of what McDade Mall used to look like,
Yep.
of like the inside of the bazaar, the inside of McDade
Yeah.
Mall. These just aren't captured.
Yeah.
And it's great that were able to put up good pictures of this so we can remember what it looks like. Because like you said, Delaware County's changing. And
Yeah.
you know, good or bad, some of these places are getting torn down for bad reasons. Some of these places are torn down for condominiums.
Yep.
Some of these places are torn down because they had to be torn down.
Mhm.
But it's crazy to see even how it was a year before the pandemic from how it was 15 years ago. And like you said, when you get older, time speeds up.
Oh yeah, real fast.
You know, it used to be
fast.
like, oh my god, the Philly season was the longest thing in the world.
Yeah.
But now I'm just like, holy shit.
I can't believe we're almost 25 games in.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But it's just like things like that where it's
Yeah.
just like, you know, the NFL draft is this week. It just seems like the fucking season ended.
You know what? To that point, I went to a place that meant a lot to me sentimentally. And so I worked at the Drexel Line Ace Hardware in my early 20s.
Yeah.
And my friends and I would go to the pool hall constantly.
Been there, done that, yeah.
And I went and I took pictures of the rubble in there. And like it took everything I had not to cry.
Oh.
Because like I started thinking back, that's where I met like 2/3 of the people I still hang out with. We used to hang out there all the time. If I got news for you, if they ever fucking demolish the Country Squire on Westchester Pike, I'm done. I'm going to cry for days.
I will tell you, between the pool hall and the area out back where I used to drink in the woods out there,
100%.
I actually am immune to the smell of piss.
Yeah.
Someone be like, it smells like piss. I'm like,
yeah,
yeah.
You tell me.
I'm so used to it.
We know you're immune to it. We can tell.
Yeah, we are aware. But you know what? It's like it's kind of one of those things. It's like for me, I even went over across the street to Collinbrook, the church, and I took a picture, and like nothing.
That was the first place I fucking punched a Nazi.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
dude, it was the first. Listen, man, we've all been there, and you know, there's that rancid line. I marked it as my the caption for the photo. You know, reconciled to the belief because you're on sacred ground for me.
Yeah,
and that place, as much as we laughed at them, as much as we joked about all the people that staffed that, all the people at that church, they fought the good fight for all of us. I would not have my love.
I would kill for a venue like that right now, man. And I'm fucking 30-something.
Are you kidding me? I would not have my love of music. I would not have half of my friends if it wasn't for that stupid fucking place with them people who didn't have any clue what they were doing. It was like, dude, you gave birth to all these bands, all these people, all this stuff. It was so cool.
A lot of them still kicking in one way, shape, or form.
Yeah,
that place is crazy. So crazy. It's just like when you're like 16, you're just like, I can't wait till I turn 21 and I can go play in real clubs.
Yeah.
Then you turn like 25 and you're like, I wish like a Collinbrook would like welcome people in their 30s again.
Do you know that right now I would absolutely I sing for a band called Assaultica, right? Do you know
Assaultica?
Assaultica. We are a joke thrash band. And we unabashedly rip off Slayer. My buddy Tommy is in the
open E flat all day.
All day. Just right. So
every solo.
I'm telling you, he crushes it. Check it out. It's on Bandcamp. You can look this up. So
you guys want to spot a Delco Day during the day?
Don't start a fire you can't put out, bud.
We need someone to open for the School of Rock.
Yo, you let me know. We'll talk after the show, and I'll see what I can put together. But honest to God, like what I would give right now to be able to play in a basement with 30 people that are just willing to beat the shit out of each other.
Yep.
Right now, all because of that place. You know 100%. What I mean? It's like, so it's that kind of thing. It's like you have to kind of look around, take stock of what's there, and appreciate.
You're capturing the real Delco, man, and you're capturing the essence of it. Like you're talking about small venues, not making a music show. When the helicopter crashed, I literally said, I'm like, I crashed where I used to play music at.
That was crazy. It went right across from my friend's aunt's place, and she's putting up pictures every 5 minutes. I was like, what the fuck is even happening?
But one of our posts I made was I went up and took a picture of the helicopter crash there, and I said, I used to play punk rock shows here.
Yeah.
There's less helicopters back then, I think. But needless to say,
Baptist, yeah, man. Yeah, for real. Yeah, I know we're getting pretty late on into things here, but I would like to say thank you to you guys. You guys are awesome. You bring, I always say I try to get as much interaction on my posts as I can, and I always say, let me know about somewhere. Tell me what you want to see next. What give me some place to go, because I can only drive around so long without looking like a total fucking weirdo.
And you only know what you know. Yeah, it's a real thing.
Right. And so if I can give anybody anything, feel free, message me, put anything on a post, anything, man. Delco Before Dawn.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Has anybody ever like, hey, come over and take pictures from my window? Like some creepy, have you got something weird or creepy out of the?
I wish I had, because it would make it sound
up on it.
Yeah, it would make it sound a lot more dangerous than it is. But no, you know what? It's kind of funny. Most people see me out there, and I think they see what I'm doing.
My few recommendations would be, just because I worked at the place, Holy Cross Cemetery over in Yaden.
Absolutely.
You're already doing Darby in that area.
Yeah.
The rumor is that it's H.H. Holmes's fucking thing.
I've heard
so
that.
You can just walk up to that. I used to be a grave digger there.
Yeah.
And also, I can show you on a map. In the back is an empty field that it has a weird feel about it. It's where in the 20s to the 1980s they would bury homeless bodies that no one claimed. And amputated limbs.
No, there's just a bunch of arms in a hole.
And like they're just like markers on the ground. You have to use like a metal detector to find.
Dude, I'm so into that.
And as soon as the first shift you have there, they make you go cut the grass, and they don't tell you what it is. They're like, it's just open field. And then later on, they're just like, it's because you would probably freak out if you knew what the fuck you were standing on top of.
A bunch of weird shit over there.
I can show you the map how to get back there. They wouldn't care. So
I love that.
That's a cool one, and I do recommend the House Bar from.
Yeah. If you can give me even a vague idea where that's at,
I can give you the exact address because I actually have the Zillow fucking
just
pulled
shoot
up.
it over to me, man.
Now the Holy Cross Cemetery, that's up by
Yaden,
right?
Yeah.
So you can show them exactly where.
Yeah, I can on a map. Yeah.
Yeah, we should go get lunch at Carlette's Hideaway.
Fucking right. I could finally visit my dad. Because he lives right there, and I haven't seen him in a while.
Oh,
the world's worst son.
It's all right. No, hey, it's fine.
Docs is gone, though, so why the fuck would I go back to Lansdowne?
No, I get it, man.
Also, there's actually some, like, the trainer field. Like, the Yaden area right there off Baldwin Pike is essentially fucking trainer right now.
Yeah.
It is all run down.
It's getting weird.
Manufacturing companies.
It's getting weird. I desperately miss the Yaden Theater, man.
So do I, because it's the only place you can see a movie 18 months after it comes out for half price.
And I saw Wayne's World there, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
The only one I really remember was I saw
Jetsons Meets the Flintstones. Saw there.
Waterworld, and it had an intermission because it was so long.
Oh wow, good for them.
And we went to Little Caesars across the street. That's also part of the gas station.
Video. It's a cheap. No, it was Amazon Prime. I think it was on.
Was it Mad Ron?
Something like is it Mad Ron where he does like all these horror movies?
Mad Ron's like Hits from Hell or something like that. Yeah, it was.
It's all filmed at the Lansdowne Theater.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, and it's so campy and cheesy. He's got
the doll with him and all that.
Yeah,
shit.
like a zombie doll or
something.
Ooh,
another creepy place.
Mad Ron's man.
The parking garage behind the Turf Club / Old Sears on 69th Street.
We used to skate down there.
Yeah,
we used to skate down there, and I was actually just driving by there the other day, and I was like, I'm gonna find a way in.
I had to had to pull over to take a phone call and turn around. I went up to the top to get better service. I'm like, this is one of the scariest places I've ever been in my entire life. And
me and a buddy got hemmed up by the 2.5, the cops or whatever down there. and not
the 5.0, the 2.5. I love that.
They were floating around. And so we used to skate there all the time because they had that big stair set.
Yeah.
And my buddy Jeff, Chris, he must have like dislocated his ankle twice doing this, and he just kept going and going and going and going and going. He was trying to land a fucking acid drop down the step. And we used to hang out there quite a bit actually. And then when I was driving around 69th Street like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, fuck, I wish I could find a way in there.
Oh, is it blocked off now?
They have a lot. Okay. They have like, you can't drive up and in, but like what I'm probably gonna have to do is get like
from the turf side or like the side street behind the old liquor store.
Both. Like
I
couldn't really get around anywhere. So what I'm probably gonna have to do is get one of those third eye headlights and find a way in there.
We have a couple of those.
Not that I'm saying I'm going to.
It's not breaking and entering if it's no one's property. Like you can do that.
Yeah.
It's public parking, so why can't you walk in there?
That's all I'm saying, man.
What's the mayor gonna do? Fucking crash your car into you?
Yeah,
I think you'll be fine.
That old chestnut.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I love how you were saying like, you were picturing me just walking into like the municipal building, going like, "Where's the mayor?" We do actually have to go speak to her or someone about Delco.
Really?
Yeah, we need a police presence to like because it's on Oak Avenue.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like one of the
insurance, and we're trying to tap into that $1.2 million charitable fund too.
Yeah,
one of the insurance criteria is we need essentially like a crossing guard or police presence.
You need something.
And they're like, hence up for Darby Township. I'm like, oh. I got lots of friends like that are cops, detectives, and whatever. But when we get to administrative, we're in a lot of bridges.
A
lot of bridges under this regime.
Heard that.
Yeah.
And
we had to strike before she gets out of rehab, though.
Yeah,
because the backup mayor, like the Nick Foles mayor, likes us. The Carson Wentz mayor.
Listen, I'm telling you,
she should not like us.
I keep saying you walk in there. Just throw it down on the desk and say, you need a win. Upper Darby needs a win. We're handing you a win.
Listen, I am the John Stockton to your Karl Malone. Let me dime you in and you take that dub, son. Yeah,
exactly.
100%.
I'm
with it.
All right, so you are open to places to do your
Dude,
next shoot at?
I'm
You going to
serious.
Saintville yet?
You know what? I haven't been down there in a very long time.
It's actually still just as fucking creepy.
Still just as
even when
fucking
you know what
creepy,
it
yeah.
is. Like it's
Yeah.
actually
wait till the wintertime. You get good snowstorms.
Yeah.
You'll have a ton of good pictures.
Sorry, this weekend, next week. Last week I was on Fox 29, and they wanted me to go down to Glen Mills at fucking 4 a.m.
Fuck you, Will.
We filmed it, and I left at like 5:15, and I was driving back to my house in Edgemont. Apartment in Edgemont, Willistown, disputed area. I GPS. I don't know that area that well still, and GPS is just like go down Coast Hart Road, and I was like, why do I know that? And I was like, and then I'm like, oh, there's another car that disappeared.
I had to make a U-turn.
There's a deer, aka a chupacabra. Like, oh no.
I had to make a U-turn off of Chester Pike not that long ago when I turned on Princeton Avenue.
Chester Pike.
If you have any idea what that is, you know why it's weird.
Chester Pike. What town's Princeton in?
It's right by Taylor Hospital.
Mitchellville.
And I forgot about it. And I went down. I turned. I was like, "Why does this look so familiar?" Oh my God, you're so tiny. I was like, "Oh."
Probably my greatest accomplishment in life and under the Delco Live, moniker was when we did the most Delco town bracket with the towns against each other.
Did you get it in there?
Well, number one, we always throw Midgeville in there. And it always comes up short. We can always make a joke. But Ridley won the first year, and we got their representative from Ridley to acknowledge that Midgeville was real.
Dude, I will tell you right now, seeing that as a 17-year-old, I was like, "There's no way this exists. This is bullshit."
Until you become a pizza man in that area, and you go, "Oh, they're just poor."
My friend who became a priest took me back there to show me to laugh at.
Oh yeah, I know how this works.
Yeah,
I've been there too.
I follow priests.
No, I didn't end up giving them head or nothing. I just went back and we looked at the funny houses.
Oh, some of us are.
And I gave them,
Priests usually love my little things too.
Oh man,
this
is good stuff.
That's good. I mean, you should do a documentary of that, man. Midgeville's still a little creepy, man. In itself,
it is really
a little creepy.
I feel bad. I feel bad though. Them people were just trying to live,
I used to deliver pizza in that area for like 10 different places, and they would come up when I get there, and I was literally just like, "Oh my God, Midgeville!"
Just handed to them up on her second story.
Yeah, and I was learning most of them have just drug problems. They're not.
The best is, there's like one dude that's like 6'8" that lives there.
It's like the Simpsons thing with the fucking tall dude in the car. This is all I could afford.
The largest car I could afford. Yeah. Little tiny steering wheel.
Do you find something
cool about my residence in Ridley?
Now march.
It is right near the highway.
Everybody's the kid that laughs at everybody.
It's about the school district.
This is the easiest way for me to get to work in the morning. Yeah. Oh man.
Oh dude, anything you want to plug? Any cool ventures you got coming up besides all the things you're doing?
So I have this super cool. It's on this side of my vest. My girlfriend Mallory, who is extremely talented, made this fantastic Delaware County patch on my heavy metal vest.
Love it.
Nice.
Love it.
I would like to say, if you need any kind of announcing, voiceover, whatever, just get at me. I don't care. I'll do it for nothing. My friend Mike Barlow is a fantastic DJ, DJ PA. If you ever need anybody, go talk to him. He books through himself.
Okay.
Really, really, really good dude. And my man Tommy, if you need anything recorded, go talk to him. Talk to me. I'll hook you up with him.
Where's he at?
Right over in Clifton Heights, working out of his basement.
Okay.
We just built.
I was going to say, isn't there a recording studio over there?
There's Red Planet,
Red Planet.
No, I don't know. I'm sure they're good guys, but we built the studio. Me and him, we put a lot of work into it. Built a full vocal booth, everything. Such a nice guy, really good dude, and he'll make it sound good.
Hell yeah!
And besides that, just check me out, man. Delco Before Dawn. Like I said, don't be afraid to comment. Don't be afraid to share. That's the biggest thing.
And he doesn't just do like a photo dump. Like he picks the best of the best. And there's a lot. And trust me, it's a good way to spend. It's not even a bad thing to say. If you're taking a nice long dump and you're just like, these are things to look at.
Yo, I go through like 80 pictures and I find 3.
Yeah, but they're worth it.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to tell me about cool places. Don't be afraid. Please share. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is getting people to interact and share, man. That is the toughest part.
His best is Bordeaux photo shoot. So if you need
I've never.
I look very good in lace.
He said I have a very trainer feel to me.
He's
I was the prettiest girl he ever took pictures of. I was the prettiest.
And then him and his priest friend took me behind with the dog.
And right in front of all those stray cats.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Now we know what cat is.
I kept saying ow, but they thought it was a cat going meow.
Fuck you.
Meow.
Oh man. But yeah, no, I love what you guys are doing. I think this is great. And have me back anytime you want.
Hell yeah, dude.
I look forward to it.
Fucking right, man.
And in the meantime, like I said, just enjoy the county for what it is.
Damn
Don't
straight.
be afraid to go to the weird parts.
Damn straight. Yeah, that's a big thing. It's a big thing.
Big thing, man.
Cool. Awesome, man.
Yeah, it was great.
Keep on keeping on.
I'm gonna try my best.